entrepreneurs and visionaries. Welcome to another Monday Night Live training, where your journey to business success accelerates. Join us for insights, strategies, and tools to elevate your business while keeping your budget in mind. It's time to transform your passion into profit. Your host, Corey von Bill Costa, is about to take the stage. Get ready to be inspired and empowered. The future of your business starts now.
All right. Hey. Okay, that's better. I was a little nervous. I got the lights down low and I was a little nervous y'all weren't going to be able to see me. But hey, how are we doing? Happy Monday. Do a little dance. Happy Monday. I had to remember where the camera was. There you are. But I am making sure everybody is in the house. We've done some shifting. So today we are in our private Facebook communities, our regular Facebook, so hi Facebook land. We are also on Instagram and we're on YouTube. So shout outs to all of you guys, whether you're watching live or replay. I'm gonna do my best to try to get this on LinkedIn as so people can watch the replay, because LinkedIn was playing in my face, y'all. And I said we're gonna put LinkedIn on a little timeout. Not my LinkedIn family, just the platform, because they won't showing us as live. And I'm like, that's not cool. So yes, we are here on all the places. And that's why I always tell you, if you want to be sure you're gonna catch the lives, be in our private communities. It's completely free, so there's no excuse. Because that is the place where no matter what, I will be there. I don't care if I have to get on my phone, somebody else's phone. Like, I don't care what it's going to take. I will be there. But sometimes the other platforms like to play, or the Wi-Fi acts stupid, and it's a hard time. So, keep that in mind. But I think we're almost done letting everybody know that we are getting this thing going. How you guys been? How you doing? How your mama doing? All the things. And, how many of y'all are actually sitting here being like, I can't believe we're almost done with November already. Like, it's crazy because it's only the 18th, but yet it feels like December is tomorrow. And maybe that's just because I'm so ready to put up my Christmas decorations. But it feels like November just came and went. So it's just really crazy. All right. I think that's everyone. Let me see. I do have LinkedIn up. Let me see if I can make sure they know that we're here. Join us live, because I don't want them to miss out on the live. I just don't. Like I said, it's even saying like, you can't do it. It's like, well, I don't know what to tell y'all. I'm gonna try it this way. Try to get folks up in here. All right, we'll try it that way. We'll see. Okay, well, let me post that. It just wouldn't let me post it in the actual event. But neither here nor there. How are you guys doing? I am so excited for another Monday Night Live. I have been super duper busy the last little bit. We've been recording so much stuff. We've been planning so many things. I've been out of town. Like, in the midst of all that, it's been a thing. But I'm so excited. It feels like every Monday I'm able to kind of reset and kind of come home to do these conversations with you guys. I don't even like to call them trainings. These conversations where we can just kind of chit chat, and say like, what's going on? And of course, give you massive value while we're here. But I never want these to feel so constricting, so buttoned up that we can't just chit chat. And shout outs, like I said, I know, and some of you might be like, I come on, it's only like a couple people live. I know for a fact that we get a lot of replay views, but this is the time that works for me, and this is the time when I can be consistent. So shout outs to you guys who do pop on live. Shout outs to you guys who do watch the replays. Like, it doesn't matter to me one way or the other, as long as you guys are actually getting the value. So that's what it's about in the end. I appreciate the DMs, the emails, some of you who've gotten my number, however you've gotten it. Shout outs to you guys for the text messages. I'm just so grateful, right? I love the community, the iRock family. I was on a podcast, what was it, last week, and you guys won't see it probably for at least a month, but I talked about, like, I just love this environment that we've been able to cultivate. And of course, I see it growing and growing and growing as time goes on. But I will tell you, it's just something special about having having the ability to be in people's lives and see their growth and progression, and see how, me as a business coach, being able to see how me working with those individuals not just affects their business, but also affects their lives, their kids, their spouses. Like, it's so amazing. Because I got asked in the podcast, like, what fires me up, and I was like, my go-to answer is typically like just being, having that impact and being able to see that growth and that potential. A lot of times I see potential in people they may not even see in themselves. And so it's cool when they realize, when they catch up to me, and they're like, oh my God. And I'm like, yes, and we can celebrate. It's just a cool feeling. So long story short, because I'll ramble forever, I'm just so appreciative of you guys, because you guys are amazing, and you should be proud of yourselves for showing up and getting trainings and getting education and checking in and implementing, hint, hint, wink, wink, because that's what we are here for. If you don't know where you are right now, hello, welcome to the iRock fam. I'm Corey Fonville Foster. I'm a speaker, trainer. I'm a certified business coach specializing in implementation. And I'm also the CEO of iRock Marketable Business Solutions. We are a small business marketing firm based out of Virginia, but we service clients from coast to coast and into Canada. And we are speaking it into existence that next year, not the year after that, and year after that, and year after that, next year in 2025, we will be an international brand. Look, if y'all know somebody across that pond, y'all better tell them to connect with me, because I want to be an international brand, and be able to service clients all over the world. Because just because we're in America doesn't mean that the things that we're struggling with and the challenges we have as small business owners don't apply to those in other countries. Maybe a little different, it may look a little different, but it doesn't mean we can't support them and bring them over into the iRock fam. Also, if you're watching this every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do these amazing Monday Night Live chats, trainings, whatever you want to call them. And so we always invite you to come, invite your friends, like, follow, share, do all that fun stuff. If you're watching in one of our private Facebook groups, you will always catch us here. If you're someplace else, you may catch us, you may not. I try to spread the wealth and make sure we're on as many platforms as possible. So just a little note there. But yeah, every Monday we do these trainings, and I try to change it up. I don't think we've done the same training yet. We do go back and address some topics, because you never knew who caught the last one, or or what have you. But it's all about kind of bite-sized pieces of information that you can then take and implement right away into your business. Woo. Before this, y'all, I ate a little bit of cornbread again. I had to make dinner and I tasted it, and now my mouth is dry. Cornbread wasn't, but my mouth is dry now. So we'll take a sip. All right. So what are we talking about tonight? We are talking about seasonal products, services, and those offers, right? It's that time of year where really, if you ain't started kind of getting this up in the works, we may have missed it. We're just going to be honest. But this isn't the first time I've talked about the concept of kind of thinking about your seasonal products and services. So this is kind of our last week of really getting to dive super hard into it, because like I said, time is approaching as far as Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday. You may be able to catch some Christmas things, but this is an amazing opportunity. I always talk about how a couple of years ago, I almost used to dread this season because it was our slowest time of year, because we have so many ed consultants we work with that because of how their pay is set up, it always was really like a struggle to make sales like towards the end of November, and pretty much December was dead. I was like, well, I guess we're just going to be out here planning. Like, that's all we can do. I guess that's what we're going to be doing, because they just weren't buying. And I understood why. Like, when you have a very limited income coming in, and your checks are going to be looking a little funny because you're not working a lot during that break period, you're not going to be out here buying high ticket items either. So I totally understood. But for years we were like, okay, it is what it is, until a year or two ago we decided to do something called a win back campaign. And it wasn't even tied to like, hey, the holiday season. We didn't market it as that. We said internally we want to reconnect with previous clients. Instead of going out and finding new clients, we want to really focus on previous clients, people who already know, like, trust us, we've worked with, they love us, we love them, and just invite them to come back and do business with us. And ever since then, this time of year has been great. It's been one of our highest earning times of year, because we change our focus. It's not that we don't accept new people, because we do. Come on if you're new, but we definitely shift in December to being like, we just want to tap back into our other people. And you can do this year round. You can do it several times a year, but it's just great to kind of have a plan, knowing your business, to make sure you're always being able to bring in revenue. And so one of the ways you can bring in revenue this time of year is to think about seasonal products, service offerings. And I don't mean you have to be, because I recently talked to some product-based business owners. I'm not saying you got to go out here and create something with Santa Claus on it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that during this lovely season where people are already with their mindset on buying things, we can capitalize on that and create things that are connected to the season, or, during these seasonal sale times, to connect with our audience. So the first thing you need to do is, I always say, don't create something that nobody asked for. The first thing you need to do is analyze your customers' needs and also the current trends that are going on in your industry. This is twofold, right? One, as always, anytime we create or try to sell a product or service, we have to keep our audience at the forefront of our minds. If you're out here just being like, well, I think I would like this, unless you're your target audience, it matters not, right? So we have to say, we know this is that time of year, right? People are making some, I would call it, strategic choices about where their money is going. So make sure you're analyzing their needs. What are their current challenges? Because they may differ from the typical challenges and pain points they have throughout the year. Because if you're trying to tap into their June pain points and it's now November, we're going to miss the mark. So really go back, take a look, see what's going on with your target audience right now in this season. And then also, like I said, look at trends. What's going on in your industry? When you're in doubt, think about the fact that success leaves clues. Like, you'll hear that from a lot of coaches out there. I didn't create that phrase, but it's true that success does indeed leave clues. And so if you go and look at some other businesses that are in your industry and you notice, hey, during this time of year, this is what they're offering, this is how they're shifting their wording, then you can take that as a template to help guide you through this season process, where you are, shifting, adjusting, pivoting, even making something new to service your current clients or potential clients in this season. Something else that you can do, if possible, is go ahead and leverage holiday themed types of products or service. Again, it doesn't have to be, again, the Santa Claus in a cup. But if there is a way to connect what you do to the theme, maybe you have a nonprofit and the idea a lot of times around the holidays is giving, then you can connect the theme of giving to your nonprofit to maybe do a big push for fundraising during this season, right? Salvation Army does it. Y'all know, as soon as I said it, you're like, okay, yep, you can picture the people with the bell. They also do a lot of give backs. They have their Christmas toy drives. They're giving out their angel tree. That went viral. Was it last year on TikTok? The angel tree, all the people with money went out and was like, oh yeah, I went and bought angel tree stuff. Now, why I think that they did that a little bit for clout. Who benefited? The kids receiving things from the angel tree. And back in the day, your girls' kids definitely, we had to participate in that to get stuff for them. Thankfully, we've moved to a different, level in our lives now, but it was beneficial. So I appreciate that they connect that idea, right? That theme of giving during the holiday season to help benefit the people who benefit from their nonprofit. So if you can, like I said, make some type of connection with that. Also look at underserved sections of your audience, right? We all have like a general target audience. And I'm not saying like the way above your niche, like you have your niche, then you have subsets even of your niche. Look and see where there may be gaps in your usual services to service a specific population. For instance, when you hear me talk about my target audience, I say coaches, consultants, speakers, and authors. Now, I say it in that order for a reason, because coaches and consultants are my main audience, my bread, my butter. They're my ride or dies. They're typically the people who are the forefront of my mind when I make any product or service. However, a lot of coaches and consultants also speak, and a lot of them also want to publish a book or have published a book. That's where the speakers and authors come in. But very rarely do I market any kind of speaking products or like author publishing type products. Even though, look, it's too late now if you want it, but we used to, because we're not even going to accept any new orders, I don't think, at this point, because we're almost to the end of the year. But we used to have people self-publish. So we would have people doing our cover designs, people do formatting, and helping them put it on Amazon. We would do marketing campaigns for their books, all kind of stuff, right? And so that would be a subset, right? A little bit of an underserved audience within my target audience. And then on the flip side of that, and we still do sell this, but we also do like sizzle reels / demo reels and speaker one sheets and speaker pages and things like that for our speakers. This may truthfully be the first time you've heard me mention it. Every so often, I would say maybe a couple times a year, we do a sale around that. And hint, hint, there is one coming out shortly around speakers, because again, that is a underserved population who are looking to kind of have some things in place. A lot of potential, well, not really potential authors, but authors in the making, right? They've already been in the process of writing their books. They are looking, sorry, not authors, speakers who are out here are looking to kind of level up their speaking platforms for next year, right? They're already pitching and they're like, hey, I need a new sizzle reel from the speaking I've done this year because it's bigger and better, or I just need something more professional. I want to update my speaker landing page. I've changed my prices. I want an editable version of my one sheet. Like, there's so many needs. And so we want to make sure that we capture that need during this holiday season, especially because, like I said, a big chunk of our audience isn't going to be buying during this season. Granted, like I said, we used to have mostly ed consultants. Now we have a little bit more of a mix, but still typically I see that a lot of them, because I think they're women and their moms, also don't purchase a lot of high ticket during this time. So we're going to capitalize on some of our smaller subsets, right? Our smaller audience members. Some other things you can do is to bundle your offers, right? So it may be that you have 3 little courses, right? 3 mini courses that people can typically purchase for $97, right? During the holiday season, you might be saying, hey, 3 for 1 deal. Like, what is it? Bath and Body Works does it. You buy 3, get 3 free, whatever it is. So yeah, you could say, hey, you buy 3 of these little mini courses for the price of 1. So for $97, you can get courses that usually are $97 a piece for $97, right? It doesn't cost you technically any more money because it's already created. It's already on the platform. You just have to make sure in the background that when they purchase it at checkout, they get access to all 3 courses. This allows you to give value during the season and be like, hey, this is a holiday bundle, limited time. And this will also let you attract previous current clients and also people who've had their eye on you for a while, but maybe just have never pulled the trigger to purchase. So that's something to think about. You can also, instead of doing like a full bundle, you could do an add-on. So for the holiday season, you when you buy the course and you just have to buy the workbook separate, now we will give you an add-on of the workbook, right? It's similar to bundling, but it's like an add-on, like, hey, you can have this. Or maybe there is a limited time journal that goes with your planner. You're like, hey, if you get the planner during this season, we'll also do an add-on of the journal, and the journal could be discounted or it could be just free. You can do, whatever you want, but it's just adding something onto an existing offer, because we're not really out here trying to be creating new stuff unless you're a product business where you are putting Santa Claus on stuff. Most of us out here, coaches and consultants, are not trying to create new products. We're trying to really get some of these other products kind of off the shelf, the virtual shelf, we'll call it, but we're trying to just sell. We're not trying to be spending a lot of time, money, energy in creating new things. All right. And so those are some things to think about. Now, let's talk a little bit about strategy, because we said, okay, these are some things we can do, but let's think strategy a little bit. I mentioned earlier, kind of thinking of like time limited, offered limited time type things. Because of the holiday season, it's very easy for you to be like, hey, this is only for Black Friday, or this is only for the Black Friday weekend, or even some people have done like Black Friday for the whole month of November, because now that's what stores are doing, like, hey, early Black Friday sales. This allows people to have that kind of sense of urgency, right? Now, I will say that if you're not running ads, it's probably only gonna be super beneficial for you if you have an audience already, because they're not going to get enough time to build that know, like, and trust. So hopefully they've already been doing that over some time, so that if you put out a limited time offer, they'll be more likely to say, yeah, I've actually been eyeing them, I want it, let me go ahead and grab it. And also, it doesn't have to necessarily be high ticket. It could be something a little less, so that people can grab it quickly and not have that feeling of like, oh, I need to book a call or I need to think about it, because we want them to act quickly and now. Don't be afraid to collaborate. This is a great time of year to partner with other small businesses, whether they are parallel or adjacent to what you do. But it's nice because you can possibly put two products together to sell. You can do special events around the holidays and things like that to service your community, and also bring in some additional funds and leverage their audience, and they can leverage your audience. But yeah, don't be afraid of collaborating, because people are looking for deals. People are looking and eagerly waiting for a good deal, and you don't want to not give it to them. So if you can partner with someone, if you can get on someone else's stage, on somebody else's podcast, on somebody else's blog, and somebody else's magazine, this is the time to do those kind of collabs, so that you can push whatever your offers are during this season. Don't be afraid too. You can pre-sale. So I had a few clients asked me about this. They were like, well, I don't think my product's going to be ready for Black Friday, but I know it'll be ready by the 1st. And I'm like, okay, well, could we pre-sell it? Could we do that? Could we pre-sell it and let people know that the program starts in January? Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. We could put a little bit in it and give them like a little bit to work on. For instance, I have a client who wanted to do like a group coaching program. It's going to include a course as well. And I was like, but she's like, I don't want to start it before January, because she wants to have like that January 1st and do like an 8-week, I think it's 8 or 12 weeks, can't remember, type thing. And I was like, okay, I get it. But if the course is already in there, they can start working on the course now. And then the actual, coaching sessions and Q&As and stuff, that'll just start in January. I was like, we can pre-sell it. Right? We can say, hey, we're starting this, during the holiday season. As you have time, go ahead, go in there, play around with it, check it out, go through a few modules. And it doesn't make them feel like, dang, I don't want it. Because think about it. If you're super busy and you've been wanting this thing that's on sale, right? You've been wanting to work with this person. It's nothing worse than wanting all that for them to put it on sale or put it out during the time you're like, I ain't going to have no time to dive into it, right? And then usually the time starts because you're in these programs for like 6 months, a year, 12 weeks, whatever. So it's like, hey, you're going to get extra time. We're going to go ahead and sell it to you now. We're not going to officially start till January, but guess what? You're going to have a month and a half, or at least a month, 30 days to get in here and play around. And if you do have time to dive into the material, then yay. If you don't, then no worries. You still got the sales price or whatever the case may be. So definitely don't be afraid of pre-selling during the holiday season. Also, if you can customize for people during the holiday season, especially as coaches who do like one-on-one type things or do, high ticket where we can play a little bit with the pricing, let them customize, do some fun stuff. I had a client today who was like, hey, I've been working with you for think now like a year and a half. It's like, hey, I want to sign up for a full year. And I was like, okay, cool. And she was like, hey, if I do that, can I get it for this? I was like, you know what? You can, right? It's just that season. Cause I'm like, yeah, we can do some special stuff for some people during this time of year, right? Because again, the holiday sales, it's like, you know what? Happy Black Friday early. There you go. So don't be afraid of customizing. I'm not saying undercut yourself. Know what you can and cannot do. But don't be afraid of customizing special things, almost like a gift to your audience, and be like, hey, I'd be happy to do what this or that, or make some, wiggle room, or do some additional add-ons. As long as it's not going to cost you more to make anything, because we ain't trying to be in the hole. That's not what we doing. So something I do around this kind of customization, and this is coming out soon for those of you who are connected with us, especially on our email list, we do a wish list. And so you guys will see it soon. It's a form that you can fill out. And I just like being like your business Santa Claus, right? And I want to grant some wishes. And so There'll be some items up there. I'm not going to tell you too much. Look at the email, hit the form, but you will be able to possibly get some things at some special rates depending on what you need. And so the way it's going to really work is you'll be able to select the things that you think you want, right? Like a little Christmas wish list. And then my team will send you back a special holiday quote so that you can take advantage of this season. Again, you're gonna really see it on the email because we're a small business, we can only do so much, and we will be posting it in the private communities and things like that. I'm not sure if it's going to go out to the general, we'll see, but keep your eye out for that. But yes, my little Christmas wish list to you guys, especially for people who have been in our community, people who have worked with us before. We really like to make sure that you're well taken care of during this season. Some things to remember though, if you are going to be doing any products or services, you need to actually market them. They can't just stay in your head. So social media, right? Emails, landing pages, that have great SEO. Add a countdown so people know, like, hey, this is how much time you got before time is up to purchase this, right? Everything doesn't have to be about just sales, right? And I mean like cutting the price. As long as you're giving really great value, that's really all that matters. You don't have to be like, we're going to give it to you for nickels and dimes. Absolutely not. Don't be afraid to upsell, right? Give them something at a holiday discount, upsell something else at its regular price. Have fun with it. You also can, because some of you I know don't have this, create a holiday loyalty program. And it really isn't about the holidays. We're just going to throw holiday on everything we do. But yeah, go ahead and launch that loyalty program, that referral program, that affiliate program that you should have been doing, and then connect that to especially your high ticket items so that people can feel like, hey, I can maybe earn some money this holiday season, right? And so they push your stuff, and then you're able to make additional revenue that, again, you may not have had access to without doing that type of promotion. So again, we're going to make sure that there's a bit of sense of urgency around what we're doing. We're going to make sure that we are marketing whatever it is, and we're going to try our best to connect it to the spirit of the holiday without overly discounting things. We make sure we're giving massive value to our audiences. And remember, it's not about creating tons of new things. It's really about figuring out how to leverage the things we already have, maybe repurposing, bundling, and things of that nature. Hopefully that sounds good, right? You still got a little bit of time. If you buckle down this week, you got a little bit of time. Black Friday is when, because I know I said it wrong the other day. It's usually is it the third? It's usually, I feel like it's usually the third, but Thursday in the month, but maybe it's the fourth, because I do believe it's on the 28th and not the 21st. I still thought Thanksgiving was like this Thursday, but I don't think it is. I think it is next. Look, I'm trying to click on it to see, but I do believe it is the 28th. So you got time, but you do have to buckle down, figure it out, look at your systems. And this is why systems are important, because if you use a system like, for instance, like a Kajabi or a Keep or HubSpot or Thinkific, Teachable, as long as the products are already in there, you can go create a new offer a lot of the time. And it may be called something different depending on what system you're in, but you can create an offer where it says like what's included, and you can just select the products, right? Or you can select the add-ons, which makes this kind of stuff faster. Guys, and I will say this before we get off. If you haven't already done so, I really want you to look at your budget. Because some of you are really struggling, and whenever you want to do something quickly, you're unable to, and you're frustrated. A lot of that is because you do not have systems in place. And I know you may be like, dang, but I ain't got a lot of money now. But I promise you, when you have the systems in place, you can get some of the money a little bit faster, right? If you have a platform that allows you unlimited landing pages, when it's time to make a landing page, you already have access. You're not like, well, how do I get the information to the people? It's like, well, you already have access to unlimited landing pages. Cool. You've already been building that email list. Cool. You can send it out that way. You already have put in these products into your eCourse platform. Cool. So these are some things I want you to think about. I know they're an investment, but a lot of these companies are running sales. Kajabi was doing like a 50% off. I was hot. I couldn't get that, but like a 50% off sale for like 3 months or something like that, which made it like super cheap. Then they did a 59, I think it was dollar sale. And I'll be posting sometimes. Honeybook has been doing some cool stuff too, giving like 30-day trials, 20% off. But I'm telling you, if there's a platform you think you like, one, go look at it real quick, because it's gonna grab you. The little pixels or what have you, they're gonna grab you, so that you're gonna keep seeing their stuff as they post their sales. Sign up for people's email list, because I'm telling you, these companies have been throwing sales out so much. And I mean, anything you think you might need. If you have an HP printer, they're probably going to put on sale the HP ink thing that they do where they send it off, and I'm waiting for it myself. I used to be on it and got off. I want to get back on. So I'm waiting for that. Best Buy, if you have a lot of computers and devices that help you run your business, they're like Total Tech. And if you buy any devices around this time of year, a lot of times they give you like that Geek Squad Total Tech protection, and that comes with like protection over 16 devices. And then they'll also throw in some extra stuff. They usually give you your virus protection, all that. Like, you just got to be smart about it. And I'm a very frugal person, so I'm telling you, like, this is the time to keep your eye open, but know what your budget is. Don't buy stuff just for the sake of buying it. Know kind of what you're in need of. And if you have questions, if you're in our private communities, you can always go to our affordable resource guide that'll at least give you some ideas. I actually really need to update it. Hey, Pat, because a lot of new companies have come out, and then some companies I'm kind of like, they've been playing with me a little bit. Like Restream, me and Restream kind of looking at each other like, I don't know if you're gonna make the list coming up. But yeah, so please. Pat says she made it. Yes, look, shout out to Pat. Yes, like, I'm gonna put you on the screen, girl. Yes, Pat's like, I gotta come to these Monday Night Lives. Thank you, Pat. But yeah, please be looking and seeing what services you want to use, what software you want to use, and also, just side note, go ahead and look and see what you want to get rid of. Because sometimes there's a little something out here better. I've had a few people shift to different things, different platforms, and they're so much happier. So definitely take advantage of that. But anywho, guys, that is it for tonight. We will, of course, be back next Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every single Monday, rain, shine, it don't matter. We are here in the building. We've already been in deep process of going ahead and planning our 2025. That sounds crazy. We've been doing this since 2023. Our 2025 Monday Night Lives. So definitely stay tuned for that. Next week, we're going to be talking about prepping your business for year end. It's that time. It really has been that time, but that's what we're going to talk about next week. So stay tuned for that. And guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you need to chat, let me know. Hit me up. This is that time. I've been squeezing people in here, there, and everywhere to make sure everybody has what they need before they kind of go out for like the holidays and things of that nature. So, all right, with that being said, guys, I'm going to let you go. Remember, I rock, you rock, we all rock. And I will see you guys definitely next Monday. All right, bye, guys.
In the world of service-based small businesses, success isn't just about what you offer. It's about how you showcase it. Welcome to iRock Marketable Business Solutions, your partner in marketing excellence. We understand that as a small business owner, you wear many hats, but marketing doesn't have to be one of them. At iRock, we offer a range of marketing services designed with your success in mind. Our team is your team, working seamlessly to bring your vision to life. Imagine having a partner who can turn your ideas into captivating visuals. Picture content that resonates with your audience and drives engagement. Think about a brand that reflects your uniqueness and leaves a lasting impression. With iRock, you don't just save money, you get more bang for your buck. Our services are budget friendly, so you can invest in growing your business. And we're all about consistency, no more false starts. Ready to take your marketing to the next level? Discover how we can make marketing easy, affordable, and consistent. Unlock the full potential of your marketing with iRock Marketable Business Solutions.